Okay, ja, ich bin hier bei Paul und er steht hier natürlich auf dem Peavey-Stand und ist der Amp-Designer für zwei völlig neue Verstärker, die er Peavey auf die Messe gestellt hat. So Paul, hey.
Hello, hi, thanks for coming.
Nice to have you here.
Thanks, yes.
You have two new amps here from Peavey.
We actually have more than two, but there's two in particular that I'm going to talk about.
Two new small amps here.
Yeah, two small amps, yeah, they're behind us here. We have the classic 20mH, which is obviously based on the iconic classic range, and another iconic amp we have next to it is the 6505mH. Obviously they're both the same size. There's many common things in them, things like the power supply and the power section, stuff like that, and the same size and everything, but the preamps are completely different. Some of the rear panel features are the same, actually all of the rear panel features are the same, which I'll go through shortly, but the preamps are completely different, as you can see. The Classic has what you'd expect, a fairly simple to use preamp, two channels but sharing the same EQ, and it gives you all the sounds you'd expect.
That's nice and spanky, is it?
Oh, yeah, it's a really great clean sound. I mean, a lot of players absolutely love that just for that one sound, you know. But it can do more. We can hit in the buttons to go to the next channel and it can give quite a lot of gain as well. If I turn up the pre-control.
Yeah.
It's a fairly simple to use amp, it is still quite versatile. Obviously we have the common EQ and then the reverb. It's got built-in reverb which sounds like a spring, so you've got loads of it, you know. Kind of thing, you know. Very vintage sounding. Next along the front panel we have the TSI LEDs. This is a feature we've put on quite a few amps recently. It stands for Tube Status Indication and literally does what it says. If I switch to standby, obviously you'll see that the LEDs go red, and when it's on they're green. Now it does a lot more than that. That's just to prove that the circuit is working. Basically, if the amp is on and the LEDs are green, then everything is fine. The user doesn't need to worry. But if a tube has a problem, if it's under biased or literally goes into thermal meltdown, then it'll be cut out of the circuit by an internal fuse, a resettable fuse, and the LED will go red, informing the user that needs attention. Other than that, everything works fine. So obviously it's hard for me to demonstrate that because everything's working fine. So you know, I can't make it go wrong, you know. Anyway, so that's on the front panel. I'll show the rear panel because it's quite easy on this one. We have, and this is the same on both of the models, we have USB out so you can connect straight to your computer to record. It doesn't even need any special software. Got your foot switch options, channel, boost, reverb and loop. The boost on this one operates a volume boost that works on both channels. Effects loop, then MSDI out for connecting directly to the PA or for recording. You can also switch off the connection to the speaker. So if I just strum the guitar, you notice it turns it off. Now you can run that without even needing to be connected to a speaker load, and you can use a headphone socket instead, and you can run it completely on its own without any fear of damage.
Yeah.
Then we have the power attenuator. This is all kind of part of the same circuit, but instead of switching the amp off completely, it switches it down incrementally. So you've got 5 watts and 1 watt. So that means that you can turn up the amp and hit the power tubes hard, so you're getting all that really nice power amp overdrive, but you can do it at 5 watt and 1 watt rather than, you know, really, you know, loud volumes. So it's really good. I mean, it's excellent for recording and playing certain clubs where you want to get that sound, but you don't want to necessarily have the volume. And I'll say that's the same features.
There's so many features there which wasn't available for years, but now they're all available.
Yeah, exactly, and all on one little package, you know, it's all crammed in there. So moving along to the 6505 version. Now, as I said earlier, there's a lot of things that these have in common. The whole of the rear panel is one of them things, and then the power section is very similar, although obviously with this power section we have the resonance and presence controls, which are very important to the overall 6505 sound. So I can just That's it, yeah, just switch the bright. And you can also either use the front panel switch or a foot switch to switch to from the clean rhythm sound to the crunch rhythm sound. So I'll go. So that is still on the rhythm channel. Obviously we've got the really serious channel to come yet, the lead channel, which has got absolutely loads of gain, and all of this is voiced the same as the big version. We haven't done any compromising at all. It was quite a task to fit all this amount of gain and components into a box this size, but we've managed to do it without compromising. So I'll switch to the lead sound now, and bear in mind this is not even on half. So.
Yeah.
I did that deliberately on purpose because with that amount of gain, it makes all that squeals come out really easily. You know, you can just dig in with a pick and get all the pinched harmonics. It's really easy. Again, on this we have the common EQ for both channels, just like the big version, and reverb built in, which is nice. As I mentioned, the important resonance and presence control. I'll just show you the variation this gives. I don't know how much this would come out with this kind of mic, but hopefully some of it. They're very powerful controls, and they're essential to the sound, really. We have the TSI circuit on here as well, above the standby and power switch. And just to prove that it's all got the same features on the back, I will turn it around. You can see we have the same USB and all the rest of it, the whole thing, the same layout, and the power switch as well. So you can have a really high gain preamp sound, really hitting the power tubes hard as well, and then play at 1 watt. I mean, what parent isn't going to like that? So yeah, that's the two models in the range: the classic 20 mH and the 6505 mH. It's at Frankfurt 2015.